If I was talking to myself 5 years ago, and if I could actually sit down and talk to her, I would say, if you wanted to change your kid's mind, change yours. You don't know how important it is. You do not know right now how much your kids are watching you. They're at university right now. You don't know your grandson yet. You don't know your granddaughter yet. They're amazing. They really are. But you haven't seen the struggle that your daughter's going to go through. You haven't seen how much she hurts yet. You don't even know who you are yet. All those telephone calls that you're getting from university right now, you're doing a great job. Just so you know, that all works out really well in the end. She gets her master's degree, and she's an amazing mom. But you need to look in the mirror right now and see who you are. Not who you think you are. You need to actually look and see who you are. Not who you think you are, who you say you are. All those I am statements that are in your head, not just in your head, but what you actually say every day to yourself. The ones that you say, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart, I am sick, I am tired, I am too busy, I am hungry, I am not worth it. You're going to hear those words come out of your daughter's mouth very soon, and it's going to pierce you to your heart. You're going to go through some really dark points in your life soon. And what you're going to realize is that your friends are there for you. They love you. Your husband loves you. Your children love you. But you are more of an influencer than you know you are. Those little things that you say to yourself matter. How your children hear you and see you, and all the things that you're doing not for yourself right now matter. You're going to have a huge change in your heart soon. And if I could stop it, I'd help you make that change now so that you wouldn't have to suffer what's going to come. But it's important that you do. But maybe somebody else doesn't have to. Look at who you are, where you came from, and how you live your life. It's important to have a balanced life. And it really is important to look at your spirituality, Melinda. Look at your physical part, your spiritual part, your emotional part, your intellectual part, and your social. That's what drives you anyway. That social part of you that just absolutely loves your family and would do anything for them. Your next door neighbor, the big events that you love to plan, all those things. Those are the things that are going to keep you going. They're going to drive you, because that is what is most important to you. This really is love at home. Let that love drive you. Let that love drive you to change you, to balance your life, to look at your spirituality, where you're coming from, what you believe in, who you believe in. The gospel of Jesus Christ is very important to you. You'll learn that sometime, very soon, when you look at how you live your life and what you need to do to change it, so that your children and their children's children and your next door neighbors and your whole society. You haven't even lived through COVID yet. That's a whole nother story. You haven't had your back surgery yet. You don't know that you're going to have a spinal fusion surgery yet. Someone hasn't burned your Jeep yet in the driveway. Oh, there's lots of stuff you don't know yet. It's going to be fun. So it's not all bad. You're going to have a lot of fun. There's a lot of things to go through, but you're not in a wheelchair. You can walk. You have full feeling in both your legs. That's an amazing thing. Mosquito Cinema isn't up and running yet, but it will be soon. You're going to start a new business. It's called Intentionally Hey Miss. You're going to have lots of other women that are going to be working with you and telling their stories about how they've gone through the struggles that they've gone through, how important it is to find themselves so that they can actually model a balanced living lifestyle for their kids. Because that's really how you change your children's mind. That's how you're going to change your child's mind in the future. You're going to change your mind. You're going to live a balanced life. You're going to figure out who you are, what your purpose is. And then after you figure that out, you're going to help them by showing them how you did it and loving them up. Because that is the only way you're going to change your children's mind. You get to step into being and you get to be the mom. You get to step into it. You get to own it. That's what James says all the time. Own it. You get to ask, is this thought really serving me? And do you really want it? Is that who I really want to be? Is that who I am? You're going to find out some pretty amazing things about yourself. And for this video, I think it's really important for me actually to show that there's struggle, that I'm not perfect. Don't have the perfect hair or the makeup or the nails or any of that. Certainly not good at this yet. But you know what? You're doing pretty good. You're starting a new chapter in your life. You're working hard at this. I'm proud of you. There's no judgment here. It's only going to get better. And if it doesn't, then you haven't worked on it hard enough. That's not true. I think that is true, actually. I mean, someone said to me once that to become an expert or a master at anything, you have to spend 10,000 hours. So why would I expect this to be perfect the first time, right? I certainly haven't spent 10,000 hours at this. Now, if you ask me if I could do dishes, I've done 10,000 hours probably of dishes. Still not a master of it. Still don't like it. More important than I thought it was. And that is something that I'm working on right now. How do you learn to love to do dishes? Maybe one of the other women can teach me that one. I haven't learned that at all. But in the meantime, I am working on an intellectual goal, a spiritual goal, a physical goal, and a community goal. And I'd like to challenge all the other women out there to do the same thing. So we're going to put together a group of women that are going to support each other. We're going to learn how to live an intentional life by design, on purpose, and then support each other through it. And you can do this. You all can do this. I know we can. I've got an excellent group of women that are going to start with us. And, they're going to come over and clean out my closet, help me throw out a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm really nervous about that one, actually. I think what we're going to do is start looking at some of the different